Hi there, this is Tracy from the Papercraft Studio. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Frankie door handle treat hanger. So you pop that on your door handle and you fill it with treats, with chocolates, with hot chocolate, sachet, marshmallows, whatever you fancy in there. But it's just a little fun way to do Frankie's face. If you can see there, we've got cobweb embossed on here as well. So I'm going to show you how I made this project. If you've got this in a Halloween kit from me, you might want to fast forward some of the beginning pieces because I'm going to show other people how to make this from scratch. All of your card will be already scored for you, but it's just in case people want to make this at home for themselves. So I'm going to show you the supplies. So you need a piece of basic grey cardstock which measures 7 inches by 11.5 inches. If you're making this in America, just do it to 11. I know your cardstock's different to ours. It will just be obviously a little bit shorter, but nothing major. Then you'll also need for Frankie's face a piece of granny apple green cardstock, and that measures 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. For his hair, a piece of basic black cardstock which measures 2 3/4 by 3/4. You need 2 1-inch circles for his eyes, and also a granny apple green 1-inch circle. We're going to cut that one in half. And then I've used my old 1-inch circle punch for granny apple green for his nose, 2 basic blacks for his eyes. It's a discontinued punch now, so if you have it, still great. If not, find something of a similar size in another punch or die. This little spider here, and you'll need some black glimmer paper as well. So they're the supplies. Oh, the ribbon. This one is called glittered organdy ribbon, and you'll need about 5 inches of that. And then I've used some metallic twine that I had from a little while back, but again, use baker's twine or something that you have in your stash. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show you how to cut, to score, sorry. So on this big piece here, and get my scoreboard. So on the 7-inch side, you're going to score all the way down at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 5 inches, and 6.5 inches. And then you're going to turn it, and on the long side, you're going to score at 3 inches and 4.5 inches. Okay, so that's all the scoring done. So this is what you're left with. If you have this in your kit, I've already cut away these long strips for you, but I'm just going to show you here how I would do that, which pieces I'm taking away. So I'm just cutting all the way down this long strip in the middle. You can do this on a trimmer if you have one. Just taking out those 2 pieces from the edge, so this skinny little bit here and then the next piece over, only down to that first score line, because we want to keep all of these pieces down here. So just down to that first score line. I'll cut across this one first. Then I'll show you how I emboss this, because obviously it's way too big to put in an embossing folder, so it's just embossed part of the way down. It's a bit wobbly there. Yours will be much neater. So if you fold on these score lines, these 2 around the edges, in fact you could fold all of them now, and this one, this is how it's going to work. It's going to come up here and these pieces are going to come around, but obviously we need to do a bit more cutting first. So I'm going to show you how I did the embossing. So this is the cobwebs 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to put that in centrally there, and there's a reason you need to make sure it's quite central, because when you put it through the machine, it's going to wobble a little bit here. The cut and emboss machine, it's too wide. You see the paper's too wide to go through there, so that's why I had to fold it up. So I've got the base plate, the embossing folder with the piece of cardstock in, and then this number 4 plate on top. We don't want to go past a certain point, so sorry if the camera stops wobbling here. So you can see here I've just need to fold in, I could fold in those edges actually, and then I'm going to stop near the edge there. Can you see it's the cutting, the embossing plate just stops there, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, so we can pop that to one side. And hey presto, that makes a really, really cool pattern on there. So let's start to do the cutting on here. You'll need to cut up this score line here to that middle section again, and you're going to chop off that edge piece, and then you can cut, I call them flower pots, but basically you're cutting from here up into that corner point here. So you're just taking out a slither there, and it just makes it, once I take out this side, you'll see it's a flower pot shape. So from the bottom you go in slightly and up to the corner, and there you go, there's your little flower pot. You can take a little bit more off across here. If you have this in your kit, I would have drawn and scribbled where you need to cut, okay, just to make it easier. So the same on this side, up to the second score line, take off a bit at the bottom, so a little bit more than that's the first score line, a little bit more, and then cut into the corner just to give these little flower pot shapes. Okay, let's put it down there so you can see that's how it should be. Okay, and the idea is this is going to come around, and these two bits here are going to stick here. Okay, so that's going to sit like that and then fold up, and those bits are going to stick there. So what you need to do is flip it over, and we need to put some glue or tape. I'm going to use tape. So tape along here. This tear and tape is great because you can literally do what it says, you can tear it. There we go. So peel the backings off. Okay, so with these two tabs here, these bigger kind of more square ones, you want to attach those to the inside of this. Now you need to line up this edge with this folded edge here. Don't try and make this the bottom line, because now we've cut those little bits out, they're not quite straight, so you don't want that to go along here. So basically this edge here that I folded over matches this straight edge here. There we go, so it makes a nice corner piece there. Same on this side. So that one folds over, this one folds round to the sticky bits on the inside, and you stick that down so you've got a nice corner piece there. Then these pieces are going to fold over and fold up to there. So again, this folded line here you want to match with this straight edge here. So you can do them one at a time. And the same on this side. And you know, if you don't get it quite straight, it doesn't matter, because it's handmade, isn't it? So give it a little press down inside. So you can see now where the embossing folder didn't quite go all the way down, it doesn't matter because you don't see it here. So I'm taking my 1.5 inch circle punch, and I'm putting it down as far as it goes down here, just eyeball the middle. Just going to punch that piece out. And then with the black glimmer paper, you're going to punch again with the 1.5 inch circle punch, and you can keep this for a little Christmas tag or something, a little sparkly gift. And then you need your 2 inch circle punch, or one that's bigger than the 1.5 inch, and you're going to go around the outside and create that border piece there. Okay, so that's going to get stuck on there. We pop that on with some glue. I hope you're managing to find something to do for Halloween this year. It's a bit different, isn't it, with the virus? We can't really go out trick-or-treating, or if you can, you can't go with all your friends. So I hope you're still going to be able to have fun. At least by making these kits, it'll still be quite fun. I'm going to get my detailed trio punch, and on here there's a corner rounder, so I'm going to round these top corners. There we go. Right, so now we need to do Frankie's face. Now we've put that together, so put that to one side for now. Again, if you have this in your kit, this piece will already be done for you. But to make him look a bit more kind of Halloween-y, I edged his face with basic grey ink. So the way I did that, you have these little sponges which I cut into 6 pieces, and then you just go around the edge, and it just makes him a bit more kind of Halloween-y, like I say, a bit more dark, a bit more dirgy. Dirgy a word? You know what I mean. Okay, and then with this one, this will already be cut in half for you, but if you're making it at home from scratch, you need to cut your Granny Apple Green circle in half, and also edge those pieces all the way around. They're going to be his eyelids, make him look quite sleepy. And I already did the little nose piece, which I may have lost on my desk, but we'll find it. Okay, so Frankie's hair. This is quite a fun thing to do. I'll bring my original in. So there's no real right or wrong way to do this. What you're going to do is you're just going to snip some triangles. So you start at the edge and at the bottom corner, and you're just going to snip up and cut a triangle out. Okay, and then this time you might want to make it a wider triangle but smaller. And then maybe a tall but quite big triangle like that. So you're just trying to create some different shapes here, different triangles. If you want to do them all the same type of triangles, that's absolutely fine. But I just quite liked it where it was all a bit jaggedy. Let's do them a bit higher this time. I might have done that one a bit high. It's a bit of a receding hairline. When you get close to this end, come in here, because you want that piece to be the start there. So just so you know where to finish that off. So there we go. That's his hair. It's a bit different to my other one, but you know, they're all going to be different. Okay, get rid of those pieces. So stick his hair on. Obviously you can take your time doing that. I'm just doing it faster for the video. Okay, so that lines up at the top. There, quite cool hair. Then you need your white circles. We're going to stick those on next. Now I've got his eyes quite close together, so they're going to go on just below his hairline. Oop, might move that one over a bit. I had time because of I've used liquid glue. And then with the little black dots, I've used the chalk marker to put some detail on there. You can, if you have them in your kits, you'll already have that on there. So I'm just going to draw these little highlights on his eyes, just give them a bit of character. So with the eyes, you'll want to, and you can make him look crazy. You can stagger his eyes. You could have one, you know, you could have them both looking that way. You could have one down here, down there, however you want to have him. But you need to bear in mind that you want to put his eyelids on. So that needs to tuck under there somewhere. Let's put his little highlighted bit up a bit further. There we go. And then this one, I might put the eyelid there. So have a little practice seeing how you want him to look first. And then once you've got that in place, just try and do it a little bit at a time so you're not moving it too much, so you remember where you wanted to put it. But honestly, because he's a crazy looking monster, it won't really, oops, so you don't want it all the way over there. It won't really matter where he ends up. So I'm going to put that one there. See how different he looks without the eyelids on. Flip that on the back. And then this one, I'm going to put at an angle like there. These are a bit fiddly to pick up. Okay, so I'm going to put his little highlighted bit down this way this time, about there, and then his eyelid over the top. I bet if we lined all these up, everyone that's making them for my kits, they'd all turn out different, which is great because they're all unique. And then, there we go, I'm going to put that eyelid on at a different angle. His nose, again, just stick that one on. If you've got any little dimensionals at home, you could use those to pop his nose on. I'm just seeing if I've got mine to hand here. I'm going to use one of these little black ones here, so mini dimensional. If not, just use your glue or the glue dots. Oops, peel the backing off. So pop his nose on there. And then you'll need a black felt tip or pen of some sort, and you're just going to draw his mouth on. So I've got the black Stampin' Right marker here. I've got the thicker end. So I'm going to do just a bit of a line there, a little wiggle, and then a line coming in there as well. So you can do whatever kind of mouth you want. You could do a little jaggedy mouth, however you want him to be. So there's Frankie's face. Let's bring project back in. So you're just going to glue him down. Again, if you've got dimensionals, you could pop those on the back. So he's going to have a little border all the way around like that. And then in your kit as well, you will have a spider, and that's from Little Treats Dies, for anyone who's making this. So he's going to go on there. Pop him on with a glue dot. On there. And then with the ribbon, you just feed it through up here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to catch that like that, and we're going to tie the bow or a knot around this piece here. So you might want someone else to hold it for you or to tie it. So I'm going to pop it back down here. So you need to make sure you pinch it in there. Okay, so that's close to that base bit. Pinch it in with a knot and then tie. If you want a bow, tie a bow. Or like I say, you can do a double knot to keep it in place. And then if you want your bow a bit smaller, hold the knot and pull the ends. And there you have it, your Frankie door hanger treat holder. Pop lots of your Halloween treats in there. Take care, see you soon, bye.